How's it going, everyone? Welcome to NFT Nation, the most relatable and reliable NFT and crypto podcast in the nation. I'm your host, Michael Wheeler, here with my co-host, Alex Ferguson.
What's going on?
In today's episode, we'll be talking about the most recent NFT and crypto news for the month of December. But before we start, here's how the crypto space is done in the last week. For Bitcoin, number one, it's down about 7% this week. Ethereum's taking a hard hit. It's down around 12% this week. We have Binance Coin at number 3, down about 10% this week. We have Solana down about 19% this week. That's not good for any of the Solana holders out there, because it's not always great to just see your portfolio down 9%. And we have Cardano down around 14% and XRP down around 5%. So obviously there's a lot of blood in the water. So I'm guessing a lot of people are doing some buying a dip if you have the chance.
Yeah.
So Alex, would you like to get us started with these December crypto and NFT news?
Yeah. So for my first one, I have it's titled "Keanu Reeves offers the perfect response to NFTs." So pretty much he was interviewed, and it was brought up about NFTs, and he pretty much goes to the thing where it's like, it's just a picture, anyone can screenshot it, anyone can own this picture pretty much, and it's kind of just like everyone saw that.
Wow. What did he talk about? Is it just like what NFTs are, or did he just...
Yeah, I should have watched the interview, but I think they kind of just they started talking about his new movie, and it kind of went on to like things in the future and everything.
Huh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's always good to see someone high up talk about NFTs, especially someone so popular like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, even though it was kind of just like shot fired at NFTs, I mean, it's still...
As long as there's NFTs in the news, all, like they say, all news is good news. So
yeah,
we'll take it. And for my first story, it's titled "Pepsi launches first ever brand NFT with their Pepsi Mic Drop collection." So Pepsi announced their first NFT drop, and since Pepsi was created in 1893, they are releasing 1,893 unique generated NFTs. And what they pretty much are just different mics and different types of like kind of microphones that look like all cartoonish. And if any of our viewers want to go see what they look like, head to Pepsi's Twitter. They've been posting about it a lot, and I've been following along. And so pretty much how it works is consumers are going to have to enter a wait list, and once they're verified, they'll be able to mint one of the 1,843 NFTs. And it's really nice because Pepsi's actually doing this completely for free. So the mint cost is nothing as long as you pay gas fees. And obviously Pepsi's doing it just to like kind of create some publicity around NFTs and kind of get their name out there, just like a lot of big companies are doing. But the exclusive generative traits of the Pepsi Mic Drop collection, they're all randomly generated, just like a lot of other NFTs, which is really nice to see. Pepsi really getting in the game. And the Pepsi Mic Drop collection will be grounded in variations of microphone, visual, and inspired by iconic Pepsi flavors, including the classic blue Pepsi, the silver Diet Pepsi, the red Pepsi Wild Cherry, and the black Pepsi Zero Sugar, and even the fan favorite Crystal Pepsi, and many more. So obviously these microphones are going to be a bunch of different colors, and it's really just good to see a huge company get in the NFT game, and kind of, especially I think Pepsi has like 1 million followers on Twitter, so it's just crazy to see them constantly post about it. And also a fun fact about this is that Gary Vee, it's kind of funny to see his name in the NFT space, but the company that Pepsi's collaborating with to release these NFTs, he actually founded VaynerX, which is the company that is working with Pepsi to release these NFTs, which is actually pretty interesting.
Are you on the wait list, Michael?
Yeah, I actually did get able to join. I was kind of constantly clicking, and there's been some kind of hot topic on Twitter about how bots have been spamming the inbox and how they filled the wait list before it even dropped. But I was there, and it said my wallet was connected on MetaMask, so I'm going to have to see on Tuesday afternoon if I am officially on the wait list before I try to mint it. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'd for sure get on that.
Yeah, I got my wallet loaded up with some Ethereum, and I'm ready to pay any gas fee that's gonna come my way.
Yeah, you know the resales on those going to be massive.
Exactly. Like, there may not be much practical use for these NFTs, but the fact that they're not only backed by Gary Vee and his company, but also backed by a world-renowned brand like Pepsi, and there's less than 2,000 of them. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
especially for value.
Very good on resale.
Yeah.
So for my second one, I have hackers steal $140 million from users of crypto gaming company, and this is the third company be hit by these hackers, and not the same group, but just hackers in total. And hackers this month have stolen over $400 million worth of crypto.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
That's a lot. So it just shows you that, I mean, you just gotta be careful out there. I mean, there's always gonna be scams.
Yeah. Do you know how the main way people are getting their crypto stolen, or do you know how?
So the way it was through a game. So the gaming company Vulcan Forge, it kind of looked like sort of metaverse thing, and
like a play to earn type game.
Yeah, sort of thing. And then you buy different stuff, and it goes in the game. And I guess they just took all that stuff.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I guess you have to connect your wallet to play some of those games, so they might as well. They probably just went into their wallet and stole crypto from them.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's especially you have to be really careful nowadays with a lot of scams on the Instagram. Like, I run a few NFT and crypto accounts, and I'm constantly getting spammed with play this play to earn game. You want to get rich? Play this. And obviously, yeah, who doesn't want to get rich off playing video games? But you just have to be realistic and think, okay, this person DMing me has 0 followers and they follow 1,000 people, so I don't exactly believe that what they're saying is true.
Yeah, so definitely be careful out there. And as I was reading through this, it says that the hackers stole most of the crypto.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, especially if anyone listening to this is really new to crypto and say they just want to try to make passive income with crypto, do not do anything or connect your wallet to anything that you do not fully understand or anything that's verified. Just make sure that if you don't understand what if you are going into something not knowing 100% what's going to happen, I would not do it in crypto, especially with all the tactics that hackers are using to steal stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So for my second story, it actually has more to do with the crypto space, but the crypto platform Polygon, they acquired a startup company called Myrrh for $400 million, so they're to increase their ability to scale Ethereum and Web3.
Whoa.
So which is a huge deal, especially for scalability has always been the problem in crypto. And if they're putting $400 million just to scale, I think this has a huge upside, especially for the Polygon network. I've been doing a lot of research myself, and I'm actually getting ready to invest as soon as I have the ability to. But to get back to the story, on December 9th, Polygon co-founder, I'm gonna butcher this name because all the founders of Polygon they're from India, so it's kind of hard to pronounce their names. But the co-founder Mihailo Belichick, I probably said that completely wrong, but he announced that the project has acquired the Ethereum scaling startup Myrrh in a $400 million deal. So the Myrrh team, it's a bunch of cryptographers, which are pretty much people that work on blockchains, and engineers are joining Polygon in order to create a highly scalable Ethereum-compatible ZK rollup called Polygon Zero. So people listening may not understand what a ZK rollup is, so I got a simple definition for everyone. A ZK rollup is a zero-knowledge rollup that is a layer 2 blockchain solution that performs computations and storage off-chain while funds are held in a smart contract. So pretty much it is just a layer 2 blockchain that allows a company or a platform to like kind of expand their network without having to spend a bunch of money because their computations are off-chain, so it's not busy. So like they don't have to block the network with a bunch of computations. They can do that off the blockchain, so they're able to do more important transactions on top of the blockchain. But also ZK rollups are one of the options being developed for the layer 2 construction that increases scalability through mass transfer processing rolled into one single transaction. So pretty much instead of having a bunch of transactions that a bunch of different miners and nodes are doing, they're just kind of bringing everything together in a ZK rollup, so there's more room on the network, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And especially with scalability, that's kind of the main thing. It's like put as much stuff as possible into one transaction, so you're not blocking up the network, so there isn't like 1,000 things going on at once, and then you can't even do any transactions. And also, Polygon acquired the startup to improve the scalability of Polygon, aka the Matic token. So if there's anyone out there that holds the Matic token, this is pretty bullish for you all, especially just the entire Polygon network, because Polygon's built on top of Ethereum. So if you also are an Ethereum holder, this is good for you as well. And the Polygon co-founder revealed the acquisition on last Thursday and said the startup has groundbreaking ZK technology, and the $400 million deal will pave the way for Polygon's new ZK rollup project. So they are obviously just focusing on scalability because that's how you get more people into the market, and more people into the market is always good because the more people that are invested is the more likely crypto become mainstream. So this story is pretty important. It's kind of like a story that gets pushed on the wayside and not many people look at it, but if you actually dig deep into it and consider what it's talking about, you actually realize it has a lot of value.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So for my last article, it's Hong Kong brokers snatch up virtual land in metaverse. So pretty much, as we all know what the metaverse is, and so since land is or property is so scarce in Hong Kong, they're pretty much just going the metaverse now.
Yeah, that's crazy. And sorry to cut you off, Alex, but if there's anyone listening to this that doesn't know what the metaverse is, we have a video or we have a podcast out. Scroll down a little bit. It's one of our first podcasts ever posted. Go listen to this and then come back and you'll completely understand what the metaverse is.
Yeah. So it's in the metaverse. It's called the Sandbox, and it was originally a Hong Kong kind of based video game, and it was recently sold to a New York based firm. And so pretty much they're just buying up as much land as they possibly can.
That's crazy. I mean, we could do an entire episode on a Sandbox and metaverse land platforms, which I'm kind of actually interested to do because I see it all the time on the internet and YouTube. But if anyone wants to see that, just go ahead and DM us on Instagram or leave us an email. But it's especially with land, something about land is land is important in real life because it's not infinite, and that's why retail homes always go up in value, or they mainly go up in value. But especially for something like the Sandbox, it's crazy to me that people keep buying more land in a virtual world when technically it's infinite. But it's crazy. I saw a story online. I didn't put this in the notes, but people are paying millions of dollars just to be Snoop Dogg's neighbor in Sandbox. Snoop Dogg has he has a house per se in the Sandbox metaverse, and there's 3 plots of land that are up for sale, and I think one sold for $400,000, another sold for $200,000, and people are paying insane amount of money just to say they are metaverse neighbors with Snoop Dogg. Yeah. It's crazy.
And so there's a man that currently owns 3 plots of land, which he says quadrupled in value, and then when he bought it, It was about 1.8 ether, which at the time was like around $7,000, and now it's worth near 7 Ethereum.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it's really just like exploded.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of brands hop into the metaverse and buy sandbox land, which is crazy. Especially like Nike did a huge deal with Roblox to create their whole metaverse platform, which is always just another reason why people should invest in. You don't people don't even have to invest in the metaverse, but just by learning about what it is, it's always going to be help them in the future, especially with stuff like this.
Yeah, and then there's another, just going through like plots of land in the sandbox. In August, one sold for about 1.28 million.
Oh my!
And then last month, another one was sold for 2.43 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So these properties are exploding.
Yeah. And for my third and final story, this one is titled "Pokemon Go developer to build metaverse valued at $9 billion after raising $300 million." So everyone knows, everyone listening's probably played Pokemon Go before. It's been all the rage. I mean, it's gone and it's ebbed and flowed. It's become a trend and then left. And I always enjoyed it. I always had fun playing with my friends. But Niantic, they raised $300 million to build their own like AR metaverse, and the company that did like the money raising is called Coatue. It's Coatue. It's kind of hard to pronounce, but it's a like venture capitalist funding company, and they're pretty much known as a major investor in the cryptocurrency and blockchain industry. They back companies such as blockchain intelligence firm Chainalysis, cryptocurrency startup Fireblocks, blockchain security firm Certic, and like many other cryptocurrency and blockchain companies. And the firms also recently raised $555 million for the fintech startup MoonPay. So if anyone out there doesn't know what MoonPay is, it's very similar to Coinbase. It's kind of like a startup, but actually they just did a deal with Post Malone, where if you go to his most recent music video, you can see him purchasing a Bored Ape Yacht Club in the music video using MoonPay, which is kind of funny. And I saw a video about like someone doing math, like of how much he got paid like per second. He got paid like $120,000 per second because the amount they paid him for the ad. MoonPay was only in the music video for like 4 seconds. That's so it was crazy. It's actually so funny. It's crazy the amount of money these people have. But back to the news story. Niantic, the company that owns Pokemon Go, is building a platform for AR, which is augmented reality, based on a 3D map of the world that we believe will play a critical role in the next transition in computing, which the Coatue general partner said. So pretty much they're obviously very bullish on the future of the metaverse and AR. That's why they did so much crowdfunding. But just to give a little background about what Pokemon Go and Niantic is, launched in 2016, Niantic's Pokemon Go is one of the most successful mobile games of all time, reportedly crossing the $5 billion mark or revenue mark earlier this year. Some players in the blockchain industry got inspired by Pokemon Go, with the firm Lyotech introducing its Pebble Go project, aiming to incorporate real-world data to NFTs using verifiable GPS information. So pretty much what Niantic wants to do with this new technology is pretty much just put NFTs into real life using your GPS location. And unlike Facebook, which rebranded to Meta in early October, Niantic wants to pretty much bring the metaverse to real life instead, where Facebook wants to bring us to the metaverse, if that makes sense. And because like if Niantic has a more realistic approach, because it's easier for bring the metaverse to real life instead of going the other way, because if we can incorporate the metaverse in our real life with AR, kind of like AR glasses where you can like see holograms, more stuff like that, it would be easier for people to understand and like hop in the metaverse with like full virtual reality. Yeah, which is pretty pretty important, I think, for the future. It's always nice to see a little bit of competition in the metaverse and crypto space. So I think there's going to be a lot of butting heads with huge companies, but
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
kind of like the old saying where competition breeds innovation. So I think, especially with competitions, the more options people have to join the metaverse is just better for everyone, honestly. Because if you don't want to put on the headset, you don't have to. So it's kind of just bringing more options to people.
Yeah.
Which is great to see.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else to say, Alex, before we head out?
Nope, I'm pretty much good.
So if anyone enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with your friends, because we don't run any ads to promote our own podcast. We're all like a word of mouth podcast, so we'd really appreciate if you all share it with your friends. If you enjoyed it, give us a follow on Spotify, maybe like some of our other episodes. That'd be pretty cool. If you want to hear more from us, go ahead and leave us a follow on our Instagram. It's at NFT_nation_podcast. It should be on the Spotify show notes, but you never know. Sometimes they don't like to help us. And if you all have any ideas for future episodes, go ahead and just DM us on that. DM us on that Instagram. And if you all are feeling really generous, it's the holiday season, you might help us buy some gifts for our families. If you go to our Anchor platform website, you are able to donate. So if anyone wants to do that, you obviously don't have to, but we'd obviously give you a big thank you and we'd shout you out on the podcast. So if you want, it's there. You want to say anything before we head out?
Nope, just thanks for listening.
Yep. Have a good one.